as Lil Gilmo Eats would say, bussin'. It's bussin', y'all. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I just want to show you guys how I make my Flamming Hot Cheetos sauce, that hot sauce that I'm gonna coat the chicken with. Is I take some red hot, okay, and I pour about a cup. I would say about a cup. That's about a cup. Into a saucepan. Here I add in some onion powder. Not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need a lot. Some paprika. You don't need a lot. You just kind of want to, you know, do what's best for you. Or you don't have to do this step. You can skip this step if you want. A little bit of chili powder. And some garlic powder. Okay, so we're gonna let this simmer, come to a little small simmerage, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so as you can see, it's starting to simmer. I have it on a medium-high heat. So I'm just gonna mix this together. We don't want it to burn. Okay, now the next thing that I'm gonna add, believe it or not, is coconut milk. Not a lot, just a cup. And then we're gonna simmer that. We're gonna mix that together too. So I use the coconut milk because it has a sweet factor to it. So it balances out the tartness, the vinegariness, the saltiness. And not only that, it makes the consistency a little bit thick. So we're gonna let it come to a boil, a small boil. And with the thick consistency, it'll coat the chicken better, and you'll be able to add the crumbs on. The crumbs will stick a little better, because I don't use eggs. Some people use eggs. I don't use that, you know. So if you are allergic to eggs or whatever, I don't know if there's eggs in the Cheeto though. That's the only thing. I have no idea. So look at that first. But this is just the alternative. This is also, you don't have to put this sauce just on, you know, your Cheetos. You could use this sauce for anything. You know what I'm saying? You can use it as a dipping sauce. You know what I'm saying? Anything. So I will be right back, you guys. Right back. Yes, y'all. Light corn syrup. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of light corn syrup. Not a lot. Just a tablespoon. And this is even better than using brown sugar. Why? Because it has a thick consistency as well. Okay, you guys. So I went ahead and I added about a half a cup to a whole cup of water. Okay. I also added in a tad bit more corn syrup. So if you do not like a whole lot of spice, then you are going to want to try what I'm doing. So the last thing that I'm going to add is butter, because what butter does is it cuts through the spiciness even more. And I'm gonna turn this heat up and let it come to a simmer. It cuts through the spices even more. It cuts through the spices even more, and it gives the taste to anything, like any hot sauce or anything. It gives it a good buffalo kind of taste, you know, a good buttery taste, and I love that. So I definitely had to make sure that I add in a little bit of my butter. You see how it's starting to simmer? Yes, honey. So you just want to keep mixing that up nice and evenly. You don't want it to burn, but you want to bring it to a nice good simmer. Get it nice and hot. Okay? All right, you guys. So that's how you make it. Adjust to your liking. Okay? All right. I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I am back. So as you can see here, I have me some chicken flats. Okay, and I got about 10 of them right here, because like I said, it's just me eating them. I brought them like this from the Asian store. So if you can see what I've coated it on top, I put a little bit, you guys, a little bit, like a teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, just to give it, you know, a little bit of flavor. Not, oh, don't overdo it, you guys, with the salt, because you already have a lot of salt in the hot sauce, and in the butter, and then in the Cheetos. So you don't need a lot. Or if you want, you can skip that step. You don't need it. Okay, then I'm gonna add in, of course, my paprika, because that's how I do it. And then I'm gonna add in some garlic powder. And then I'm gonna add in some onion powder. And just eyeball it, you guys. Do what you want. Then I'm gonna mix it up. Now, what we are getting ready to do here, we are getting ready to drop these wings. Now, I don't have many, so I could drop them all. But it depends on how many you got. We're not going to put any flour on them, you guys. We're just going to drop them. Just like that. Now, we are going to let these fry for approximately 4 to 5 minutes. No more than 5 minutes. Why? Because you don't want to cook them all the way, because they're going to go into the oven. Yes, I said it. Into the oven for the second part of the cooking. So you want to get you a timer. I have my temperature up to it's about 360. So you are not going to want to cook these all the way through. So just about 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, you are going to want to cook them. You want to cook them halfway. Then you are going to put them in the oven for the remainder. So I will be back to show you guys what we're doing next, okay? Okay, you guys, so look what I found in my local grocery store. I found some Flamming Hot Cheetos Chipotle Ranch. I love ranch on my hot Cheetos, on my hot Cheetos chicken. So I definitely got those. So I'm going to use all of this bag, crush up all of this bag, and about maybe half of this bag. So here's how I'm gonna do it. Because guess what? I don't have a food processor or whatever that everybody else used to get theirs crumbled. So I'm going to do it the hood way. Okay? So don't be discouraged if you don't have all that fancy equipment. Do it the hood way, how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take a Ziploc bag. I'm going to put this in there. And then I'm going to take a mallet. Yes, I said it. And I'm going to bang it until it gets to the consistency I want. Okay, you got to make do with what you have, baby. Okay, so I'll be right back and show y'all how I'm getting ready to do this. Okay, you guys, so what I did is took one whole bag of the Flamming Hot Cheetos, okay, and I put it in here. I left a little small opening at the top, okay. I opened it just like this. And look, if you have a processor, whatever it's called, you don't need to do this step, so you can skip over this step. But I left a little small opening, okay? I put them in there, and then I pressed my hands. I pressed it till it was crushed up just like this, okay? And all the air is released out of it. That way, when I get to hammering, I'll be able to handle it without any puffy air, without the bag being puffy. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this mallet, and I'm going to just hammer away to the consistency that I want. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this up. It's pretty loud, so I don't want to do this. Or you don't even have to hammer it. You could just press on it like that. Press it just like that. Turn the bag over, make sure it's closed. Turn it over to the other side. Do it on this side. And press it just like that. Just like that, y'all. Till you get the consistency that you want. You don't want it completely crumbly anyways. So that's what I'm going to keep doing till I get the consistency that I want. And then I'll be back to show you guys the next step. So you want to use the wet and dry method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just coat it as much as I possibly can there. Coat it, coat it, coat it. And then I'm going to pick it up individually, drop it in, leave those there. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take the Cheeto dust and I'm going to just submerge it without trying to touch the actual Cheeto. Then I'm going to press it down. Turn it around. Press. Press. Okay. Then shake a little bit, drop it. Y'all see that? Perfectly coated. Perfectly coated, y'all. And my hands, my glove is not wet. So you are going to repeat that. As Lil Gilmo Eats would say, bussin'. It's bussin', y'all. Come on now. Look at how good these look. Look at how good they look. And I ain't even done. And look at how much waste I have. That's all I have, waste. I got the rest that are all dry, so I could reuse these. I'm gonna put, I could leave them in the cabinet because they could sit out. And then I took my sauce. Oh yeah, we not throwing away nothing. I got my remainder sauce in this bag right here, and I'm gonna freeze this. And you could freeze this and reuse it up to 1 month. And this, of course, I would throw away. But look at how little I got. Look at how little. And guess what, y'all? I ain't never seen nobody try this flavor. So I cannot wait to try this flavor. I didn't end up using this bag at all. I didn't end up using this at all. This is Waxing with Donisha, and I ain't coming to play. I be waxing every day, different foods, different ways. If you're new, hit subscribe, leave a comment, don't be shy. Come along for the ride. Why? Because this is the Waxer Squad. Waxer Squad. Waxer, waxer, waxer squad. What up, you guys? Tonight, you guys, it is getting late, but I'm coming to you guys right now with some jajangmyeon noodles and some hot Cheetos fried chicken there and some pickled radish. We're not going to talk much tonight, so let's get started.